Hi everyone, welcome back to Make It with Mod Podge. My name's Cathie and today I've got Halloween candy on the brain. I am setting up a Halloween candy bar using items from the dollar store. Look how cute all of this turns out. I'm not sure what's my favorite. Maybe the little fake gumball machine or the mummy container. These are all super easy to do, so let's get started. For the gumball machine, I'm using these plastic glasses from Dollar Tree and these clay pots that I found at the hardware store for under $1. The first step is I'm going to paint the clay pot with some Full Cart Home Decor chalk in a light color. I like using white for this, that way the colors of the napkin pop through. And I am also painting one of those little saucers. That'll end up being the lid. Now I'm only using the top printed ply of the napkin. So you can see I separated the plies and then I'm just sort of measuring how much of the napkin I'm going to need for the little base of the gumball machine. So I'm adding my Mod Podge, this is Mod Podge matte, all over the entire bottom. That's the clay pot. And then I'm wrapping the napkin around it. And you can see that I have a little bit of wiggle room with the napkin. You've got a little bit of room to play, but I'm smoothing out any wrinkles with my fingers, trimming away the excess, and really smoothing that and making sure it's attached. Then I'm top coating with more Mod Podge. That's gonna seal all of that down. Then I'm just gonna trim off the extra on the bottom and I'm wrapping that around and gluing it down with the Mod Podge to the bottom. And I'm gonna repeat that same process on the top lid. Once this is turned upside down, that will actually end up being the bottom of the gumball machine. So I'm just wrapping that napkin to the inside and trying to get a nice smooth edge there because that part will be seen, that bottom edge. Then I'm doing the same thing to the saucer, adding a little bit of Mod Podge there. Then I'm gonna put the napkin right on top and then I'm top coating with more and making sure I get that edge down. And then while it's drying, I like to just prop it up onto something. Here I'm just using my paint bottle. I'm propping it up so that can dry. And once it's dry, we'll go ahead and trim away the edge and then I'll go ahead and Mod Podge that to the inside of the saucer. Now for this, I'm gonna piece it together just to cover up any of those empty spots on the inside because this will be the lid and when you take it off, that part will get seen. So go ahead and just piece together with the napkins just to fill in the whole inside. I'm just top coating with more of the Mod Podge. And then I'm gonna really wait until that's dry before I put it all together. So I'm adding some hot glue to the bottom of the clay pot. And then I'm gonna glue my cup right on top there. I love this iridescent cup. And then to the top here, I'm just adding a little pumpkin embellishment as a handle. Go ahead and fill up with your candies, add a bow, and look how cute this turns out. Such a fun little faux, what we call it, gumball machine. All right, next up, I'm gonna show you in my spooky era candy dispenser. First, I'm going ahead and painting with some of that Full Cart Home Decor chalk. I love this paint because it works awesome on plastics and it's a great base coat for Mod Podge. So go ahead and paint that in. And I'm only painting the one side because I want the candy to show through on the other side. I separated the plies of the napkin and then I'm gonna do my paint and water technique. That's just water. I painted it on there, I'm tearing it and that creates a feathered edge and it's gonna blend in with my painted surface a little bit better than a cut edge. I'm spritzing my little piece there with some water. I'm going ahead and placing it right on top of my Mod Podge, on top of the candy dish. I'm using my fingers to smooth and to move it into position. Once that's into position, I'm going to top coat it with a little bit more Mod Podge. And then I'm going to add some glitter. So here I'm just using a sponge brush. I'm spouncing on some Mod Podge all around the outer edge. You don't have to do this step, but I wanted to add a little bit of glitter. So go ahead and spounce that around. And then I'm using some white ultrafine glitter. It's a little hard to see in this video, but in real life, this thing sparkles so beautifully. Go ahead and sprinkle it on, tap it off, and let it dry. And of course, I added a little gem to the handle here. This turns out so cute. You can load it up with candy. This would be great to set on a desk even. All right, next up, let's do our little mummy container. Now this is one of those Dollar Tree containers with the ruffled edge at the top. They're so versatile. They come in different colors, but I chose clear for this. First, I glued down some googly eyes, and then I cut my cheesecloth into strips, and I'm just saturating it with Mod Podge, and then I'm gonna wrap that around the container. I've got a napkin in there because I don't wanna get my Mod Podge all on the clear portion, and I'm just wrapping that there, and then I'm gonna piece together some of the cheesecloth to fill in the spots, and then continue to wrap around. You can see here, I'm just doing a little piece here and there, just to fill in between the eyes. Now you could go all the way up on this. I left it a little bit empty at the top so that you could see your candy. You could fill this with cotton candy like I did, but these are also great for popcorn, pretzels, chips, whatever kind of Halloween fun treat you want to put in there. Now this is going to dry for a couple of hours, and then you'll be ready to load it up with whatever sweet treat you want. Okay, next up, let's do some glittering. This is so easy to do with Mod Podge. I got these little cauldrons at the dollar store, and I'm just marking in the foam with the opening of the cauldron because I want to cut a little foam piece to hold our lollipops. So I'm pushing some foam in there, and then I'm just simply taking my Mod Podge and going over the embossed edge of the flames on the little cauldron, sprinkling some glitter, tapping off, and look how easy it is just to quickly alter something that you pick up for inexpensive. So let that glitter dry. I'm adding some purple shred, and then we're just gonna stick our lollipops right into the cauldron. This is a great little mini gift. You could wrap a cello around this and give these out as gifts, or just set them out at a party. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I'm using one of the truffle bowls, and I'm painting it with that Folk Art Home Decor chalk, and then we're gonna do napkin decoupage on the outside of it. This is the same technique that I did earlier, separating the napkins, adding that Mod Podge, and placing the napkin directly onto it. Now, all of these I'm done with Halloween napkins, but of course you could do your napkin of choice. For the top and bottom edge here, you'll see that I'm gonna add Mod Podge and wrap that napkin to the inside and to the bottom. Don't be afraid to go in and really rub with your fingers to get rid of any of the wrinkles. Now, once this is completely dry, you'll be ready to add a foam block to it. That's if you wanna be doing the pokers like I did with the candy. If you're using it just as a candy dish, you don't need to do this step. I'm adding some shred around it. I love this sort of ghostly iridescent shred. And then I'm hot gluing a tiny bit of it to the top. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add some hot glue and sticker our candy there. Go ahead and poke that in. And voila, candy bouquet, so quick and easy. Thanks so much for joining me today. Now, all of these are so cute for Halloween, but you know you can just grab any napkin and make this for any holiday or celebration. Thanks so much for being here with me. I'll be back next week with another fun project to share with you. And until then, have a super crafty week. Bye.